going on YouTube? John from Emphatic coming to you with the latest war recap. Emphatic Elite versus AssassinSCore. I think this was a potluck spin. As you see, we just lost some percent. This war we did a little something different where we had the 11s after 11s for the most part. I think we allocated too many hits up there, but we're making it our mission to try to kill some of these anti-2s because 10v11 sucks and so does 11v10. So we're doing our best. We got a Lando 6-pack on this. We're going to watch them. But that ended up costing us the war, which is fine. It was really something we got to take a look and see of what we can do before other clans do it to us. We just had a CWL was the weekend against. Oh, I remember this. Maybe. Oh, it was a good. Oh, damn. Who was that? Grumpy Old Men. That's who it was. And yeah, they end up going after all of our 11s in the last minute because of how far ahead they were. We just had a bad weekend and they weren't able to get any of them. So I mean, it's going to happen where clans are going to go after um, 11s, especially when it's not always one for one on the 10v10 triples anymore. You can have a great day where you get like 7, 8, 9, more than 10. Some days you're only getting 3 to 4. So the other team's got plenty of room to go and hit your. This is some nice swag here by Lando, by the way. Um, but yeah, it'll give the other team plenty of room to go ahead and hit 11s, whoever didn't have the unfortunate weekend. So definitely reason to go and check this all out and see what you got. So and we're finding a lot of it's this Gobo attack is just really strong. It guarantees that you're at least getting 2 stars, which this base hadn't been 2-starred yet. So it was very important that we got at least that. Um, and yeah, it's just such a strong attack, really easy to power through on these green bases. I mean, you see a lot of his bowlers are taken out. Queen's got to break herself out of there. The Eagle's still standing, but the thing is these witches respawn in skeletons in areas where there's so little splash because all the splash is pretty concentrated. It keeps on giving the attack second wins. I use this attack for farming my warden the entire time, and it was really easy to just drop 100% after 100%. It's very expensive for Dark Elixir, so I don't recommend doing it if you're trying to get to Hero 50s. But the attack just keeps going because of the massive skeletons there. You see Queen's taking out the splash before the splash, or before the witches even get targeted or Queen gets targeted, so everybody's fine. So it's a good attack to Lando, and we are going to see the second one. All right, here's Lando's second. I think we had him hit this relatively early, and I think he pretty much hit it. Nobody really paid attention, but we had already made the decision that's what we were doing, and he just went ahead and cleared it. So I think it only had one hit on it prior to this, which was pretty efficient. Um, Man, I am seeing a big gap in my timeline in this video. Hopefully, it's not a dead zone there. But again, you're just seeing he's taking the queen, where he can take her for a walk with a minimal rage, and then he's going to join her up with a kill squad. Sometimes queen splits, that's fine. Sometimes she stays with the kill squad. Again, that's fine too, because they'll just speed up the wraparound. So golem in. Golem I don't normally see too much, but I noticed he'd use a golem in both of his attacks. So I've seen P.E.K.K.A.s, which is never fun when you're putting him right into the into a single target inferno. Just seems like a lot of space allocated. I've been bringing some giants personally, but I think with this single target cut rising, the fact that the king usually is the tank for all the bowlers is kind of out the window. You see, he's got the second jump in there to get the bowlers all in there, and a lot of them are wrapping around, but a lot of them are in the core too. So they're going to gut this base out from the inside and then just have one side to finish wrapping around. So it's not like they have to go worry about the core as well. Brings in a baby dragon to help along the witches on the outside. Always risky on these anti-twos because trolling outside with Sam's. We'll see how long that baby dragon lasts. But you see the healers are doing a good job pulling a lot of Sams. So this guy was trying to practice or protect from like a dragon raid or something. I didn't notice how his air sweepers were pointed because they didn't really matter much for this war or this attack. But there you go, just a lot of troops left over at the end just to go ahead and finish crushing the base. So great job to Lando. Nope, yeah, Baby Dragon kicked up Stamp at the very end. So that's the risk, but didn't matter. All right, Llama. I want to say Llama six pack this war. I don't remember. I don't remember much about this war outside of the whole premise of the 11v11s. And it did catch the other team off guard, especially when we DM'd them to see if they were interested in running CWL style, which we ran all CWL style base. Actually, I think Blaine didn't run a CWL style base because Blaine forgot. Blame Blaine for making us look shady. But that was totally the goal, was just see what we can do against these bases. And I think we had a pretty, like, even though they dipped fully, I think they went 111v11. We still kept up with them on the 10v10s to keep this a tie game. So, and that's with all 11s pretty much spending an attack up top. So we did really good. It was just a loss that we inflicted on ourselves. There's the wall break. Throws on the rage just in case the wall breakers need a little bit of help because of the bomb tower. Get a couple more in there. They're going to take advantage of that rage and break in barely to get to the core. Enemy queen is down already. I don't know if friendly queen's going to take out that. She's going to try to take out that inferno, I would say. There she goes. As soon as it ramps up, she pops the ability. And no, she's going to die to the other inferno because she's going to be fighting a bunch of skeletons. That's fine though. Direct targeting to the inferno is opened up. They're going to take it down just as the hound explodes. So that's the thing is, hounds are really, really fragile these days because of the single targets. It's not like they're fragile, but they're getting worked on pretty good. Which I guess is fine because I just gave them an HP boost, so it kind of balanced that out. I guess that's why. I guess that's kind of why they did that for the tanks, to give it a little bit of boost because they knew single targets were going to become the main thing. But it's really easy to swarm those single targets. But I don't. It's hard to tell how badly it's changed everything. Like we're still not seeing perfect games. I don't. I think it's going to be. I don't know if we will see one this CWL season or not. It'll be interesting to see if we see tens clear tens. This is an in and out bitch. I don't know if it's this war, but one of these wars, I am starting to cut down on the bitch attacks that we're seeing. Uh, just because there can be so many Town Hall 10 V10 triples that if they're both bitch, it's not saying it's a skills attack. It's hard for our guy. Like not everybody can go ahead and do them, but in and out's got them down to exact science. And yeah, there is a spam element, but there's also the planning that is involved with this to make sure that everything behaves the way you expect it to. And there you see, he brought the skeleton spell to distract that inferno. But it's kind of, it's not as bad as witch slap, I don't think, because a properly executed witch slap just the base can't keep up with. But bitch is really base specific, more so than witch slap. And again, 10v10 3 stars still are a luxury, so they have their place. This is one we got feedback on Twitter that they absolutely love seeing happen to their bases after the war. And Pompa just comes in there and just wrecks us. He gets like a triple layer wall break here. Which now that we don't have to try to take out an Inferno with a Queen charge, you're seeing sides that don't have the Inferno coverage exploited. And I think you're probably going to see that anytime that you have a base where both Infernos are stacked on one side. There's not really an advantage to having an Inferno zone anymore, I think. You want to try to get as much coverage to prevent this charge as possible. And you may even see them start exploiting some vulnerabilities now, like creating canals like we used to see in Town Hall 9 and have them covered by a single target. You might see those start popping up. Just some really nifty, less symmetrical designs because I'm noticing that a lot lately as we're seeing a lot of symmetry at Town Hall 10, and that's usually a cardinal sin at Town Hall 9. So it's almost like it's just a cool design element, but not really in the best interest of the base. You see here he's fighting a golem. So he sneaks in a couple hogs, but because the queen popped her ability, the cannon did retarget on them, but they do push through pretty nicely. Uh, don't think they'll get that air defense, but queen targets it next. Goes gets the bomb tower, and I think that's all the bomb towers too, which is a big threat for the hogs. So now the pathing is established, he sends in all the hogs, so they all crunch in and share heal spells. I don't know why he didn't put any on that arch tower at 12. But they do take that arch tower out before anybody backtracks to go get it. There is an or Tesla up at Town Hall, but nobody. It's too far away for to pull anybody off until the mission's accomplished. So the only real threat is if there's a giant bomb there. There wasn't. And that's it for this base. Very nice hit by Pampa. Llama, yeah, he did have a six pack. And this is something I'm doing too, because I'm practicing these attacks. He's bringing the miner with his queen charge, and that's the miner's purpose is to go in and dive for anything that gets left by the hogs. So it's a really strong component. Whereas you used to, or if you would see minions or something like that, there's a chance they could always kick up a red bomb or a baby dragon kick up a salmon. You would lose that ability to go and get the interior cleanup. Miner really doesn't have those threats. And he's cheaper than the baby dragon. And he's faster than the minions. So then we get the wall breakers in there to get the first break. Keen is down to do some funneling. And something happened there to stop his wall break, but Llama always brings like at least an extra set of wall breakers than he needs, just in case this happens. Or if something targets the wrong wall or something like that. I don't know if I attacked this war. I may have fought in this war where I targeted the wrong wall. I don't remember. But there you go. See, he gets three nice wall breaks there. So queen on queen is going to happen soon. Maybe she'll bounce out, then go get queen. Yeah. But there we go. Seeing as the queen's job is pretty much accomplished. Actually, starts the hogs early, and thankfully queen targets queen, and she goes to go after the hogs, but the queen follows her with her ability, and it takes her out before she can do any damage. Now I remember watching this attack live. Get the poison down to handle the skeletons. Kind of like the old boner tricks. That'd be interesting. I wonder if we would see boner making a comeback. Now that everybody's able to start doing kill squads again, because a lot of bases are doing the damage CC to prevent suies. Be interesting to see if that attack makes a comeback. I'd say I'd around with it, but I kind of need to figure out how to do other 10v10 attacks first. Gets a nice little funnel established for this queen. This is in and out with his second, and I think it's just a regular bitch with a Valkyrie in there to trip bombs. This might have been fresh. especially because he does lose the healer on the bottom side. So that flank is in serious jeopardy, depending on how long that giant can hold up. Oh, actually, a golem's going to go out there too. Trips up a giant bomb outside too. Queen's taking some major damage. She should be popping her ability shortly. Does not decide to deploy the skeleton spell on the Inferno. He might swag it. This attack was so overpowered. There goes that base. And I think that was the end of our 10v10. So we got Llama doing a 9v9 triple feature on this video. Stuck has some very nice targeted wall breakers on this one too. So I think I got like 4 more videos in queue for you guys too. Hopefully I do audio tomorrow on 2 more of them. I'm going to do a second one right away and have those published. And then we got our one hive win, and we have our war against grumpy old men that I got to do the audio on too. And hopefully I get all that done before I have to do another recap for this Clash Roulette spin. But we had a busy week. We got Clash Roulette today. We have Elite Gaming for CCL this week, and then we have hopefully we still have Coastal Clash this weekend. Elite Gaming, it's timing we can't really work with, so we got to try to get some better timing established for this weekend, or we might have to see what's going on here. Kind of sucks when you got to work around some really tight schedules. Nice spread on his balloons there to pinch them all in. And that hound is just taking a whole bunch of stuff. Brings in some skeletons to drop on the Tesla farm, which is a nice touch there. And he's just got so much swag left. He doesn't even drop it. 7 wall breakers, couple balloons, haste. And this one is Gaki. A little bit hard to pay attention to where to pan the camera to when you are on your 25th to 30th minute of recording stuff. I may have been doing this at my desk at work too. I don't remember. Sometimes I do record them there. Hooray for desk jobs. And hooray for iOS screen capture. So glad they added that. He poisoned the queen. Hound is also in it, but Hound's not going to get affected too much. See if he drops the other poison on the pups. He may not be, because he is bringing hogs. We just have this walk going on, and it's already starting to close it up a little bit. So I wonder if the wizards are going to take out that compartment. So he wall breaks. Yeah, there he goes. He wall breaks in with the archer tower. boulders looked like they were trying to break out there for a second. But hogs starting to come in from up top, get into the first heel, and they are going to work on pushing their way down. And since I know this is the last video I have on here, again, I'm going to thank you guys for watching. Hope to keep bringing you some more content this week. We'll see about if I can do some tutorial stuff if I start figuring stuff out. So it's going to be my goal to work on 10v10 this week. But that's all I got for this one. You guys, thanks for watching.